So why am I offering these ideas via video? Well, the answer's fourfold. Firstly, over the last couple of years, I've had many requests nationally and internationally to share what I've learned with other people. Second, after nearly 3 decades of learning with some fantastic teachers, I feel I have acquired enough expertise and skills to offer something that's worthwhile. Third, during 2020, like many of us, I learned how to use modern technology to manage a student base, not just face-to-face, but from afar. Fourth, I've just turned 50. I've still got a lot left that I want to accomplish. One of those things is expanding the base of people that I share these ideas to, so it's time to kick into gear and get it done. So let's start with my background and how I got to where I am today. I grew up in outback New South Wales in a town called Lightning Ridge, and during my high school years I was exposed to Shotokan karate. The physical, mental and moral side of the art really appealed to me. The karate didn't last long as I moved on to start an apprenticeship as a chef. I moved to the Gold Coast in Queensland to finish that apprenticeship and became married to the job. Health was not a priority either. Often the diet was poor, often we skipped meals, pushing through a shift from one to the next. We'd often work so hard, rather than go home and rest, we'd go out and party even harder, drinking too much and taking drugs. After several years of this, I realized I needed to make a change. I had no outside interest and thought I'd start there. So I grabbed the weekend paper and flicked through the classifieds. I came across a tiny ad for Zen Shiatsu. I had no idea what it was, but figured it's not cooking, it's not hospitality, so it was for me. Just what I needed. At the same point in time, I had memories of Shotokan karate again, and how I had enjoyed the physical, mental, and moral aspects of that training. So I grabbed the telephone book and scrolled through the martial arts section. The Chinese Kung Fu Academy captured my interest, and I figured it had to be a good complement to Japanese Shiatsu. Let me briefly talk about my trajectory in traditional East Asian medicine. For 2 years, I studied the Zen Shiatsu courses. I did everything they had to offer. And at the end of that, the principal suggested I go on to acupuncture college, which is exactly what I did. So from 1996 to 1998, I studied for my diploma of acupuncture. And in 1999, I opened my first clinic, the Academy of Traditional East Asian Medicine. In 2002, I finished my degree of acupuncture, and in 2006, acquired my Masters of Acupuncture. In 2011, my wife and I decided to open Fit Life Health, which would encompass all that we'd learnt in our acupuncture studies, the Zen Shiatsu, and Chinese herbal medicine. For 15 years, I shared my passion for these arts by teaching at 3 different colleges on the Gold Coast. In 2017, I decided to expand my knowledge of Chinese herbal medicine and studied in the Jingfeng lineage. Back to the martial arts. In 1993, I also decided to return to training and went to the Chinese Kung Fu Academy. Here they trained Southern Praying Mantis Kung Fu and Tai Chi. The Southern Praying Mantis system quickly inspired me as I saw many students of slight build producing massive power and incredible speed. This suited me as I was also of a small stature. I decided to commit to the training, and luckily they had 5 daytime classes a week, which suited someone in hospitality who was working nights. So for the next 2 years, I trained full-time at the Chinese Kung Fu Academy, had a full-time job in hospitality, and also did weekend courses in Zen Shiatsu and related therapies. The thing that inspired me over those couple of years was the system of energy that both styles talked about. On the one hand, Zen Shiatsu was talking about the energy of the organs and the channels that covered the body, the acupressure points that were there that you could apply pressure, heat, needle stimulation to help someone to improve their health or to cure ailments that they may have. On the other hand, the Kung Fu Academy was talking about an energetic system of channels that covered the body, acupressure points that you could either strike or hold or tear to incapacitate and harm someone. This is what really captured me and kept me going, striving to get the best out of traditional East Asian medicine and traditional Chinese martial arts. In 1996, I achieved my blue sash, which is also the disciple level, where the Sifu decides to take a greater interest in you and you decide to make a greater commitment to the art and to him. I continued to train and in 2002 achieved my red sash, master level. I was able to go out and open my first school, find my first group of students and become a Sifu in my own right. In 2003, the Majoraba branch of the Chinese Kung Fu Academy was opened. My first night, I had 22 students, and since then we've gone on to grow to over 220 students. In 2011, alongside opening Fit Life Health, we opened Fit Life Martial Arts. Fit Life Health is the traditional East Asian medical side of our business, and Fit Life Martial Arts is the traditional Chinese martial arts side and all associated exercise regimes that go with it. In 2012, we decided to open a branch in Melbourne, Victoria. 2017, we opened our third branch, again on the Gold Coast, here in Upper Coomera. Also in 2017, I was lucky enough to grade to 6th degree red sash, the highest level ever awarded by Grandmaster Henry Su in his system. Our Majoraba branch is a full-time venue, offering 40 classes a week. And we teach from 2 years old to 92 years old. So our 2 to 4 year olds train in our toddler gym, learning the gross motor skills of martial arts and the basics of etiquette. And from there they can go on, training in our mini mantis classes, young mantis, teen mantis, and on into the adult mantis classes. We also offer classes in Tai Chi, 3 different styles of Tai Chi, many styles of Qigong. We have stretch classes and fitness kickboxing. Over the last 28 years, I've learned a lot. From destroying and damaging our health all the way through to preserving it. Now I know that life in hospitality, overwork, emotional imbalance, pushing hard, drinking, drugs, etc. is definitely not the way to go. The martial arts and the traditional East Asian medicine has helped me find the opposite end of the scale, building health and fitness, increasing well-being and vitality, learning how to preserve our health for longevity, not just our health, but also being able to train what we want into old age. I feel that this cycle, from destruction to preservation, has offered me a lot of knowledge and wisdom that I can now share with you. If what we offer is not for you, no problem. If you like what we do, feel free, don't hesitate to get in touch. And of course, share it with everyone around you. So I invite you now to join me in this exploration of our amazing stand-up striking system and everything that goes along with it. I guarantee there's enough here that'll stimulate you for some time. I'll leave one thing with you. Movement is medicine. Keep moving, don't stop.
จริงดีมาก